Where were we? Might as well switch to the next song. Feel like, yeah. And I used to hunger the same way. I used to hunger with all of my brain. Every single thought that I had in my mind was stuck on something that honestly wasn't that divine. And I don't mean to say that in a way that you didn't catalyze and save me, but you did. But what I'm really trying to say is, man, I had to just close the gap. I had to mind the gap and then jump that rift and come up with this gift that's inside of me that is just going to spit love. Yeah. And the love that I need is not even from you or something that is seen. It's from another connection. It's a connection that would make three or we into unity of peace and a release. That's exactly what I'm trying to get across. It's a message. And I got like 1,900 of them, but this is the beginning. Yeah. And I used to be lonely every time that I would go home and I didn't realize that I wasn't grateful enough. That I had so much on my plate full already and it was made out of fluff. It was my cats. Yeah. They make me laugh, even though they don't say jokes. They make me feel sweet, even though they don't say nice things to me. But they do cuddle, and they do scratch me, and they do bite me. So, I don't know. Is that being tapped in? What I really want to know is if I had rats instead of cats, would I still feel this unchained part of me? Would the melody decrease? Or would it be the same thing? Is it all the animals that I love? Hey, maybe it's all the life. Maybe it's every creation that I've ever seen, even like the car that I drive. I feel like sometimes it talks to me. And I feel like sometimes the street talks to the people that walk, even if they don't listen. But I listen, so maybe that's what I hear. Like, hey, thanks for using me. It wasn't just a waste. And all the things that you do make me feel so chained, but not to this melody, to my own song, to my own course. And just like I know time can do so much, it can also do wrong. So don't take your step back and just sit there and let everyone else sing their song. You're part of this world too, so come through. You're part of this world too, so do this for everybody, dudes. Especially the little boys and girls that are sitting there watching and waiting and looking and listening and trying to be risen and learn and listen, but they can't. Because what they do is actually just watch everybody just sit on the sidelines nowadays. And I find that kind of crazy. And maybe this sounds a little bit unchained, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. And I find inside of me to unchain my own melody for everyone to see, so they can see if he did it, I can do it too, whatever that is for you.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. Should've known better than to cheat a friend. Wasted chance that I've been given. So
and maybe I did. Maybe I did it wrong, but I wasn't really trying to play a game. So when you left, it was like so long, but not sucker. So long, my friend that was not actually undercover. I had a little thought in my head, like it was filled with dread. And that was me being stuck in cynicism. Even if it was just a second, it was too long and it made a dent in it. The relationship of things. I realized that maybe I said some things under my breath in the way that you heard, and then maybe you took it personally, and that this is out of respect that I come back. So when you hear this someday, know that I had your best intentions since before you were even born. So I know that you're one of the few people that could actually understand that, so don't feel torn. Understand you're stronger than you think, and no matter what I'm on the brink of, you're not the weak link. And the people that thought that you were because you wouldn't speak up, man, those guys were dumb. Those guys were the real thugs. The one that didn't know what was up. The one that was stuck on drugs. And yeah, this is me not talking down, but this is me putting a frown on my face that will never flip just because I saw those things, and I had to take you away from that. I had to bring you back. I had to lift you up and let you know that the carelessness inside of me was because I saw you with so much despair, and maybe that made me get hurt, but that's okay because me being hurt and you being happy was the best thing in my life that could ever happen. Because I'm one of those guys that get up after falling down 7 another time and will never just let myself lie on the sideline. I'll just always get back up and I'll fly high into the sky so everybody else can look up and they wouldn't have to scry. They can just see a beacon of light. Yeah, so that careless whisper I put out was out of respect. It wasn't a moment in time where I was like, hey man, it's gonna end up in a rejection for me, but in the end it's gonna end in world peace. So that's all I gotta say about that, my friend. So come back, listen, feel risen, and don't sit there in that one moment of cynicism. That empathy in you was like so strong, but you didn't realize, man, it was wrong. It wasn't your own thoughts, and it wasn't even mine. Hey, we were surrounded in that place, in that apartment complex by hate. We were surrounded by people like, hey, there's too much on my plate. And so as I sit here, not in the score, but putting out more so you can see, man, how could this old man do that? Yo, he's blowing right through it. So I'm gonna come back with better rap, but it won't be better. It's gonna be you, and that's the B1 that I see, yo, so come through. Civil disobedience is the only way I know, because civilization is at stake. And I see right now there's so much of hate in this world, and I want to change that. I want to change it for everybody in every single way every day. So that careless whisper that I put out is going to make me dream so much. So if you think that you're going to stop dreaming because you got hurt, let me tell you right now that, yo, that scared, whatever's inside you, that despair can just go. I don't care if you think that this was like a nightmare or noise, man. Then, hey, listen to my voice instead of the background noise. Because that negativity that I hear right there is the actual noise, not what I'm spitting out. Yeah, this isn't for clout. This isn't just to raise my voice and shout over someone else. It's because I see them raising their voice and shouting across the whole world and changing it in a way that we're spiraling out of control into chaos. I'm not confused, and I won't do this out of hate. I can't do that. I don't even have it inside me to hate. In fact, I'm gonna love it out of this entire universe, this place.